Hello, everybody, and welcome to Harrisonville, Missouri. We're in Wildcat Fieldhouse on the campus of Harrisonville High School, and we have an MRVC West matchup tonight. Your Harrisonville Wildcats take on the Warrensburg Tigers. At last check, Warrensburg was ranked number 4 in the state of Missouri in Class 4. Very good team this year. Only a couple of losses on the year. One of those coming to state runner-up from last year, Raytown South. So they are having an outstanding season, one of the better seasons for a basketball team in the MRVC since the MRVC West was formed. Obviously, this is Warrensburg's first year in the MRVC West. They were in the West Central Conference with Clinton, Sedalia, Nevada, and a couple others over there. Now they are in the MRVC West with Harrisonville. Obviously, Harrisonville had a couple of good teams in the late 2000s, in the early 2010s, that would have been some of the better teams in the MRVC West as well. Nevertheless, the Cats look to get back on the winning track tonight, and it's a tall task with the Warrensburg Tigers in town. Sitting next to me for the last time this year, Gary Davidson. And Gary, I don't know what we're going to do. I was just giving you a hard time earlier. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do without you up here. I'm so used to you being next to me. I was like, if I'm going to be talking to myself for 40 minutes a night, that's going to be a little bit depressing.
Well, I know you, and if anybody can do it, Chad, it's you can do it. So I have very much faith in you that you can.
So you're trying to tell me that I can talk really well. So
no, I'm trying to tell you can talk really well and talk to yourself and answer your own questions. So
I will venture to guess, though, that one of these times I'll be like, Gary, and then I'll be like, wait, never mind, Gary's not here, so let me answer that for us.
I'm really looking forward to football season. Let's put it that way. That's my bread and butter. That's what I love the most, and so I'm really looking forward to it next year.
Yeah, and it's been a long season for the Wildcats so far. Several injuries to key players, and I was talking to Coach Mercer a couple days ago, and we were just talking, and I said, it's kind of a double-edged sword. I said, you got to take your lumps this year. You got to take your lumps. You turn. I think Jerry's turning us down. We couldn't hear each other. We were both wondering what's going on. One of those things, though, where it's a double-edged sword, because, yeah, you're taking some lumps this year, but you're getting a lot of key minutes from, like, a lot of sophomores and guys that weren't expected to be at the varsity level all the time this year, and it's just going to help in the long run.
Oh, I mean, you go across the starting lineup in the first ends, and all you've got is juniors and sophomores. And so it is going to be fun to watch both football and basketball next year, because both sports have got a lot of players that are coming back that have got a lot of quality varsity time, which you really need, and not only that, but I'm going to go into last game. Some of those that really impressed me last game were Jenkins and Filer and Colby Knowles. I mean, Colby Knowles ended up having 21 points. Most of those points came in the fourth quarter, and that was against Butler. But so did Bryce Jenkins, and Evan Filer came up. They had to step up because obviously we didn't have Brody that game, and so you always talk about the next man up. All three of those played excellent games, and if they can continue doing that the rest of this season, no telling what they can do next year.
And I want to see them, this last couple of weeks of the basketball season, I really want to see them focus on finishing. They've been in a lot of games early on. Last night, I was talking to somebody, and last night they were tied at half with Odessa, and next thing you know, Odessa blew the doors off in the second half and won by 20. So I really want to see this team start to learn how to compete and fight in the second half and not get down on themselves when they do get a little bit behind and fight back. Pleasant Hill, we saw it, a pretty close game. They had a terrible time of it late in the second quarter, third quarter, and Pleasant Hill was able to kind of run and hide, and Harrisonville couldn't get back into the game. So I'll be interested to see how that goes tonight for the Wildcats.
Well, in the last game we did was Butler. They did pretty good in the first quarter. Second, third quarter, they didn't score hardly anything at all, and then they scored 21 points in the fourth. And so a lot of that, as I said, came from Colby, and also from the assistance of Bryce Jenkins and Evan Filer as well. So that's the reason I really look forward. I think they're getting those quality minutes, and you're going to see at the end of the season they're going to have some good quality matchups as far as teams go. But that's only going to make them better next year. You want to play teams that are better than you are, or at least the competition, so that way you're going to get better.
Well, we will see what happens. We are about 12 minutes or so away from the opening tip-off. You're listening and watching high school basketball at 4Ts.com and on 4T streaming at YouTube. We'll be back right after this.
Thank you, Kansas City, for making us the fastest growing Ford dealership in the Midwest. Going on right now, Max Ford is having a regional Carfax Advantage event. That's right, going on right now. Take advantage of the huge pre-owned inventory. Over 65% of our pre-owned vehicles are one owners. Max Motors guarantees to beat the other dealers' online price by $500. We offer the lowest prices with a hassle-free shopping environment, which makes us the easiest place to buy a car. Max Ford of Harrisonville, 291 and 71 Highway, maxford.com.
When you climb in your vehicle with your kids and head to the Wildcat game, you want to be safe. Make sure your tires are safe by visiting William and Michelle's at Young's Tire and Wheel Center. You might not need them today. William can give you a peace of mind by letting you know when you will. If tires are needed, they will get you the best tire on the market and Harrisonville's best tire warranty with free flat repair for life of the tire. So stay safe with new tires from Young's Tire and Wheel Center. Decisions on the football field must be made in a split second. When buying a home, it is quite the opposite. Let Carol Looney and her staff at American Heritage walk you through the process with ease. They will make sure buying your dream home doesn't become a nightmare. From the first showing until the keys are in your hand, go with the realtors that have called Harrisonville home since 1981. American Heritage Realtors, office located next to Sonic on Commercial, or go see them at americanheritage-realtors.com.
When you live in a small town, you need someone you can trust to buy a used car from. Steve Holland with Holland Auto Sales is that guy. Selling cars in Harrisonville for 35 years gains you that trust. Used car dealers can come and go, but not Steve. Holland Auto Sales, with 3 generations of Hollands graduating from Harrisonville, means he will be here for years to come. So go see the guy who the Grammer family trusts to buy from. Steve Holland with Holland Auto Sales on Commercial Street, just past Burger King.
Teammates on a football field are a must. That's why Cameron Chenoweth of American Family and Lacey Domnick of Shelter Insurance are teaming up to give you options in the insurance market. They know you have choices, and they want to work together like the Wildcat football team to make sure you have the best insurance coverage out there. To see what their team can do for you, call Cameron Chenoweth at 816-380-3996 and Lacey Domnick at 816-380-2700.
It's never too early to teach your little ones about finances and saving money. Sherwood Community Bank has plenty of options available for you to help kids save and learn how to manage money. Savings accounts can be started as soon as one is born to help teach them to save. Once they are behind the wheel, a checking account with free internet banking and a debit card could be there for them to manage their money. Sherwood Community Bank is there for the youngsters. Just ask Braxton.
Go see them at Sherwood's Bank. That's where my account is.
It's 6 p.m. and your family is discussing what to eat for dinner. We've all been there. Everyone wants something different. So make it simple. Go to Forged by Fire in Harrisonville for a little bit of everything. Salads for Mom, and a wide variety of them at that. The steak for Dad, a Boss Burger for your growing boy, and chicken strips for the little one. The next time you need a variety of food with extra options to satisfy everyone in the family, make the one stop to Forged by Fire in the Price Chopper Shopping Center on Commercial. You have choices when it comes to apparel and promotional gear for your business. Don't sacrifice quality for choice. Travis Thurston with T Screen Printing and Embroidery has all you could ask for. Local ability to screen print, embroider, and make vinyl decals, not to mention 50,000 promotional products at your fingertips with tscreenprinting.com. The next time your business or event needs apparel or a giveaway, stay local and turn to T Screen Printing and Embroidery, the pros who 4Ts trust to outfit them on Friday nights.
A strong starting lineup is a key to a great team. Insurance is no different, and Stafford & Stafford Insurance has the best lineup in town. With personal, commercial, health, life, farm, and crop insurance, they have you covered. 40-plus employees are there for you to find the best rates, walk you through claims, and make sure they are there for every step of the way. So if you're looking for a full-service insurance company with a strong starting lineup, go see the folks over at Stafford & Stafford Insurance on Commercial Street across from Holland Auto Sales.
What's one of the most important characteristics of a great team? They've got each other's back. Well, that's the motto that the team at Schroeder Chiropractic lives by. With 2 chiropractors, 3 therapists, and an amazing office staff, they've got your back. They'll take care of your aches and pains and have you feeling like new. But Schroeder Chiropractic has the community's back as well, actively involved with bright futures in Harrisonville youth sports. So next time you need to take care of those aches and pains, go see the team at Schroeder Chiropractic because they have Harrisonville's back. When it comes to fast service at a reasonable price, Young's Auto is your place. Whether it's a standard oil change, brake check, or something a little more major, Michelle and William with Young's Auto Repair will make sure you get back on the road quickly with a little change left in your pockets. So if you don't want to break the bank when your vehicle needs service, come to the shop that keeps you rolling down the highway. Young's Auto, right across the street from Young's Tire on South Commercial.
Salon 114 on the historic Harrisonville Square is happy to sponsor this year's Spirit Spotlight, which highlights a different Wildcat cheerleader who has excelled on the team each week. While the stylists at Salon 114 are extremely busy, they are excited to announce the addition of a full-spectrum infrared sauna. This new addition is available to anyone and comes with an array of health benefits. Sessions are available with flexible times and by the minute. That makes now the time to call at 816-651-3722.
You need multiple things for a project at home but don't want to go all over the city to find it? You need to go see Tom and Lonnie Cook at the 38,000 square foot Trade Fair Mall. Over 200 booths with Amish-made jelly, new and used furniture, antiques, toys, and a little bit of everything you can think of. Harrisonville's Trade Fair Mall can be your one-stop for everything. Whether it's your first time to Harrisonville or you've been here for years, the Trade Fair is definitely a see-it-to-believe-it type of place right across the street from Sutherland's.
Salon 114 on the historic Harrisonville Square is happy to sponsor this year's Spirit Spotlight.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back inside a Wildcat Fieldhouse on the campus of Harrisonville High School. MRBC West basketball action set to come your way. It's time for some starting lineups brought to you by our good friends at Stafford & Stafford Insurance. Harrisonville's best lineup of insurance is at Stafford & Stafford. For the visiting Warrensburg Tigers, it'll be Luke McKay, Peyton Long, Luke Landwehr, Trevor Key, and Eli Nappy. For the Wildcats, it'll be Bryce Jenkins, Evan Filer, Kobe Norris, Colby Knowles, and Brody Rogers. And those are your starting lineups brought to you by our great friends at Stafford & Stafford Insurance. Harrisonville's best lineup of insurance is at Stafford & Stafford Insurance. We got about 3 minutes till we go to your opening tip-off. You are in the Sherwood Community Bank pregame show as the Cats look to knock off the state-ranked Warrensburg Tigers in an MRBC West battle. A rivalry, Gary, that goes back many, many years, back to the West Central Conference days. These two were bitter rivals, and the rivalry is renewed, so to speak. You'd almost like to see Clinton join the MRBC West and really get those rivalries going back again. Clinton, though, you know, they're a unique situation. They're a bigger school in the middle of nowhere in Henry County. They're a little bit too big to play the Archies, the Adrians, the Sherwoods. but they're a little bit too small on a consistent basis to have to play the Class 4 and Class 5 schools.
Yeah, it makes it difficult because you want to play good competition, but you also want to be competitive. And it's kind of like what I was saying before. You always want to play people better, which make you better, but you want to be competitive in doing that. And so that makes it very difficult. I've worked down there for several years and got a good school, excellent school now. I mean, the new school they built, and good people. But
my cousins would get mad at me, but I've been beating the drum for years that they just need to close the borders to Henry County, close down Montrose, close down Calhoun, and make all those kids go to Clinton High School. They'd be a solid Class 4 program then. And all my cousins and all my family that lives in Montrose is like, shut your mouth. Do not say that. It just boggles my mind. Montrose, there's 38 kids in the entire high school. They don't have a girl senior in the whole class. It's all boys this year. Like, how does a school function? It's crazy. So, nevertheless, we're ready for some basketball here. We'll see if the Cats can stay with the Warrensburg Tigers. We're getting ready for the national anthem, the PA announcing. Thanks again for joining us on the Sherwood Community Bank pregame show. We'll be back with your opening tip after this.
No matter how many things you've had on the menu at Applebee's, everyone has their favorite. Whether it's an appetizer sampler, chicken fajita roll-up, or 3-cheese chicken penne with a side of buffalo sauce, you always go back to your favorite. At some point over the years, every Wildcat has had a meal at Applebee's. The next time you head to Applebee's in your Wildcat gear, mention the Wildcat Special and receive a 10% discount. Applebee's of Harrisonville on Rockhaven Road, catty corner to Quick Trip. When you want all the latest news about the Wildcats, turn to the South Cast Tribune, a large sports section, honor rolls, robotics, and even news and notes from all 6 Harrisonville campuses. They are sure to have you covered. They are happy to say the Wildcats are their hometown team. Find the Tribune around town at various establishments or get a subscription delivered right to your mailbox. Keep up with everything each week in the South Cast Tribune, Harrisonville's home news source.
Days shopping for home appliances and to save a few dollars. Instead, drive across town and see Erlene and her staff that's right here for your convenience. You can be in or out in a short amount of time with amazing service, a great product, and they always treat you like family. Located behind Hawthorne Bank on Plaza Drive, so spend all your extra time you saved cheering on the Wildcats, and remember, think Troby's first when you think of home appliances.
It's always a good idea at the time to have a birthday party at your house, then the party happens. You're too crammed, the mess after you're done, not able to visit with someone because you can't get to that person and chat. Well, next time you have a gathering to plan, whether it's a birthday party, anniversary, bridal or baby shower, graduation party, holiday party, give Sonia at the Dickey Cottage a call. Large area to sit, eat, and visit, space to lay out all the food, and a big living room area for the guys to watch sports. Take the work out of the party, relax, and finally enjoy your party at the Dickey Cottage, the venue place.
All right, welcome back. A great rendition of the national anthem by Rebecca Bartlett.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you what, something with those Bartlett kids, they all got some pipes.
You beat me to it because Zach went to school with Matt, but all of those Bartletts are excellent singers, and she just topped it off right there. That was an excellent. I wish the crowd could have been able to hear that.
And even Alex, Mr. Hard-hitting safety, was a pretty solid singer, I believe.
But in a trio with several of them, actually with one of our neighbors, Daniel. And so they are all very good singers.
Well, we are ready for some basketball action. Warrensburg going to be in their away maroon tops, maroon bottom. I think they call it cardinal red, which makes no sense to me because they're Tigers. I would call it tiger red, but I don't know. I have to ask Jason Leary about that. He's a Warrensburg Tiger. He'd explain it to me.
Yeah, I think he's the one that sat in my seat during the last football game. Is that not correct?
He did.
That's what I was thinking.
I don't know that he's listening. I may have to text him and tell him we're playing Warrensburg. I'm sure he'll tune in then. But we're ready for basketball. Anyway, Warrensburg going to be in their away. Maroon tops, maroon bottoms, white numbers, white letters, white trim. Wildcats in their home. White tops, white bottoms, blue numbers and letters with the blue trim down the sides and the block H on the shorts.
And I'm going to give a shout out. He probably didn't. I'm sure he doesn't know it's coming. But Bryce Jenkins, his grandfather, came up last week when we were doing one and said he was happy to hear us on the radio, on the internet, because he lives over in St. Louis somewhere. So hopefully you're listening, sir, and hopefully you'll help us bring home a win tonight.
And I think he's on the other side of St. Louis. Even I think he may even be Illinois-ish, because he said it's about a 6-hour drive for him over. So. Glad that we can bring these games to them. We will not have any more games this week. We will have the doubleheader against Pleasant Hill next Tuesday night, then at Odessa next Friday night, and then districts on top of that with all the schedule remakes. We'll talk about that a little later. Controlled by Warrensburg, and here we go. Warrensburg going from left to right in the first half. Cat's going to go right to left. Spin it over into the corner they go with the ball, trying to set it up, go inside, back out front, spin it to the top, have it over now for McKay, goes inside, back out to McKay, McKay going to drive, kick it in the corner for Key back up top for Long back into the corner for McKay, drives into the lane, jumper no good, and Rogers with the rebound. Cat's going to go back the other way, 7:20 to go here in the first quarter. Filer with it in the left corner, trying to get it inside to Rogers. Now has it on the wing, goes in for Norris. Norris drives in, doesn't like what he sees, tries a bounce pass, a little bit too close for a bounce pass there to Colby Knowles, and it goes back the other way. 3-ball outside, good, wide open is Landwehr, knocks it in, and it's a 3-0 game early on. Back the other way comes Norris. Little reach-in foul on McKee.
Foul number 1. Luke Mackey of Warrensburg, his first team foul of the half for the Tigers.
So Mackey called for the foul. And it's going to be Cats ball. 6:45 to go. And here comes a little drive floater, no good by Norris. And it goes back the other way. Mackey with it. He's going to drive it into the lane, kick it in the corner. Back out front they go for Nappy. Over on the wing. Back up top. Nappy's got it, spinning around the other way for Mackey. Top of the key now Long. Long goes to the elbow, kicks it off from Landwehr inside. They go a little floater in the paint, no good. Filer with the rebound. Cats down 3-0. Just underway from Harrisonville. Filer has it on the wing, goes baseline for Knowles. Good give and go to Brody Rogers, and one. Rogers knocks it to the bottom of the net. Make it 3-2, and Brody will go to the free throw line for an and one opportunity.
And that gives 2 for Mackey, 2 fouls, so I look for him to probably come out here relatively soon with just less than 2 minutes into the game.
Rogers at the line for an and one opportunity. And it is good, and the Cats have knotted it up at 3 in the early going here. So he does check out as Baldwin checks in for him. Baldwin going to bring it across the timeline. They go into the corner with it for Long. Back up front, spin it around the other way. Landwehr in the elbow. Inside he goes, and no good. Cats get the rebound. Tied up at 3 apiece. Back the other way they go. Norris to Knowles. Knowles inside to Rogers. They're going to feed him. Good move by Brody, and they're going to call a travel. Thought he had his pivot there and up and under, but they call the travel, and it goes back the other way. So we're still knotted at 3 all. 5:50 to go here in the first quarter of play. Into the corner they go for Key. Out of the corner, back up front for Long. Spin it over for Baldwin to Long. Long and Baldwin playing catch. They go to the elbow for Landwehr. Good defense by the Cats. Kick it back out. Long with it. Into the corner. Inside. They're going to go for Nappy. Back out. Landwehr 3. Good.
And he's got all their points. 2 threes.
So Landwehr with 2 threes gives them a 6-3 lead. Norris brings it back the other way. Tipped out of bounds by Baldwin. And it'll stay Wildcat ball on the far side with 5:14 to go here first quarter. 6-3 our score. Filer to pass it in. It'll be Norris with it. Norris has it out front between the circles. Try to get it into Rogers. Rogers has got it outside. He's going to drive into the paint. Little floater, no. Rebound by Knowles, no. Came down and put it up, just bounced awkwardly off the rim, and it goes back the other way. Top of the key, Landwehr, three, no, misses this one, and a rebound inside, tie up, and it will stay with. Yeah,
it's going to be our ball if it's a tie up because they got the tip.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. It should be Harrisonville ball. It's like we're only 4 minutes in, and I do not remember a jump ball from the beginning that went, because I knew Warrensburg won the tip. So it is switched over, and now it'll be Cats ball. 6-3 the score. Across the timeline they go. Have it, little give and go to Filer. Filer tries to kick it off and tipped out of bounds by Nappy. 4:36 to go here in the first quarter. Try to get the ball in here. So out front we go. Dribble between the circles. Norris with it to Filer. Filer has it on the wing left side, guarded by Baldwin. Tries to get rid of it. Gonna have to quickly get rid of it. Gets to Norris. Norris up and under to Rogers. Put it up and in for two. Brody actually might have got away with a walk that time. And it goes back the other way. 6-5 our score. Rogers with all five. But
I like the way Brody's playing. He's playing strong inside. He's got to with what he's got inside. So he's really playing not as tall as some of the other players, but he's sure playing strong.
Tip no good, rebound, and if you're scoring at home, if you're just joining us, it's Landwehr 6 and Rogers 5 as we're going early on. Kick it out to Jenkins for three, no. Back the other way we go, still a 6-5 game. Back the other way. Sheridan with it, has it inside. Spin move in the paint is no good. Gets his own rebound as Reed, and a foul on the floor as Reed tries to get position and go back up. Ajay Sheridan, if you remember playing football back to the football season, they're speedy wide receiver / running back for the Warrensburg Tigers. Had a couple of big plays against them in that district championship game, going to Lincoln to play football in Jeff City. Ball tipped away, picked up by the Cats, and Norris goes, kicks it, three in the corner from Jenkins. No, rebound inside off of Poisel and out of bounds. They're going to say it was off of Reed. He tried to save it out of bounds, and it'll be Cats ball on the far side with 3:22 to go here in the first quarter. 6-5 our score. Cats trail by one over the Warrensburg Tigers.
And only two people have scored.
Off for Crowley. Jumper by Crowley, no good. Tipped around but picked up. Sheridan goes back the other way with Warrensburg. Dribbles around, now goes up front for Reed. Spin it over on the wing. Baldwin back to Sheridan. Now to Landwehr. Landwehr's got it in the corner. Trying to set it up. Goes back out front for Baldwin. Over for Nappy now. Nappy's got it on the wing. Kick it over to the elbow now for Landwehr. Corner, Baldwin. Three. No, misses that one. But a rebound by Nappy. Pulls it back out over to Sheridan. Sheridan's got it into the corner. He goes. Landwehr going to back his way down. Put it up and put it in. And he continues to be the only Warrensburg Tiger with points. 8-5 the score with 2:35 to go in the first quarter. Over for Knowles. Knowles has got it, top of the key, three, no. Rebound inside. Reed picks it up, but a scrum for it. Picked up by Norris. Norris goes into the corner, three ball again. Good. Colby Knowles for three, and we're tied at 8-all. Here in the first quarter, Knowles, the first one not named Rogers or Landwehr to knock it down. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll take a 30. We'll be back.
Max Savings Event is here at Max Ford in Harrisonville. New 2018 F-150 Super Cab, No money down, buy it for $4.59 a month. 2018 Escape, 0 down, buy it for $2.56 a month. Come to Max Ford in Harrisonville for the Max Savings event and see why we are the fastest growing dealership in the Midwest. Max Ford Harrisonville at the corner of 291 and 71 highways, or shop 24/7 at maxford.com. See dealer for details.
All right, late first quarter, Cats tied with the Warrensburg Tigers at 8-all here in Harrisonville. And I like the fight in the Cats so far. You know, we talked about it in the pregame show, Gary. It's that finishing part the Cats have struggled with. So let's see if they can hang around against Warrensburg tonight.
Well, and I kind of wonder if that JV game did not give them a little bit of fight. I know those out in the audience didn't see it, but it was one heck of a game. It came down to the last second and the last shot. So maybe that gave them a little bit of fire. Here's we go.
So back the other way, Baldwin goes in, kicks it out for Landwehr. Landwehr on the wing, back out front, Nappy. Nappy's got it way outside between the circles. Kick it in the corner for Baldwin. Baldwin goes inside for the tall one, Reed. And Reed's got it, going to spin in the paint and going to be fouled. I believe they're going to call a grab on Poisel there, trying to keep it in front of him. And with 2:03 to go here in the first quarter, it'll be Warrensburg ball underneath their own bucket. Kick it in, over to Landwehr, back around they go. And give and go to Sheridan, he puts it up, and a blocking foul going to be called on Wilson. So Sheridan knocks it down, makes it 10-8. And an and-one opportunity for Sheridan with 1:57 to go in the first quarter. Maybe just a split second late getting there was...
It was a microsecond.
Yeah, was Wilson. Looked like he might have got the charge, but nevertheless, no on that. And it'll be Cats ball to bring it up with 1:55 to go, down 10-8 as the free throw is no good by Sheridan. Cats with it, get it off for Wilson. He's got it on the left side wing, guarded by Nappy, trying to get himself some space. Goes inside for Rogers. Brody going to drive, glass, good. Brody Rogers. 10-10 the score, and Rogers has got 7 early for the Cats. Sheridan in the corner right side, over, spin it to the left, into the left corner. Baldwin for 3, no. Rebound inside for Landwehr, and he's going to go to the free throw line. They're going to call that on, we'll see here. Call that on Brody Rogers, his first. Very good shooter is Landwehr. I'd expect him to be a pretty solid free throw shooter as well. First free throw is up and good. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Makes it an 11-10 ball game. With 1:20 to go in the first quarter of play. Second free throw, good. You know you're a good shooter when you get that roll. That thing hit the back of the rim. You got the spin on it. It spun straight up in the air and just dropped through and barely touched net when it dropped through.
You say neither one of them, other than the rim on the very part of the shot, touched anything but net.
So 12-10 are scored. Jenkins trying to get it across the timeline and does. Going to drive it in, kick it out, 3 ball by Poisel. No good, misses that one over to the right side, and it goes back the other way. Sheridan, little wild shot in the paint, no good. And a rebound by the Cats, goes back the other way. Cats got numbers if they want to hurry. Underneath Wilson, 2-pointer, good. And it's 12-12. Good ball movement right there by the Wildcats. Jaden Wilson with the easy bucket underneath. Out front they go. Nappy over to Baldwin. Baldwin's got it back out front for Sheridan with 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. A 12-12 ball game. Cats drive it in the lane. That will be a bucket by Long, and it makes it 14-12. Cats continue to get it tied, just cannot get over the hump and get that lead. Get it inside for Rogers. Rogers, good move in the paint, right over Reed. Make it 14-14. Had Reed off his feet and off balance, and he knocks it down. Rogers with 9 in the first quarter, and Brody over the bigger Reed is dominating him in the lane in this first quarter of play. Kick it in the corner, Sheridan with 4 seconds. They skip it in the corner, long three, good at the end of the quarter. 17-14, Cats down 3 after 1. We'll be right back.
When you climb in your vehicle with your kids and head to the Wildcat game, you want to be safe. Make sure your tires are safe by visiting William and Michelle's at Young's Tire and Wheel Center. You might not need them today. William can give you a peace of mind by letting you know when you will. If tires are needed, they will get you the best tire on the market and Harrisonville's best tire warranty with free flat repair for life of the tire. So stay safe with new tires from Young's Tire and Wheel Center.
All right, welcome back. 8 minutes on the clock to start quarter number 2, and the Cats trail 17-14 after 1. 5 ties in that first quarter, Gary, for the Wildcats and the Warrensburg Tigers. Let's see if the Cats can't hang around here.
Well, somebody else is going to need to step up. Brody's got 9 points, and I mean, sometimes that's only that'd be a game total. So somebody else needs to step up and help him with that. But he's doing great in the paint. I mean, most of his points, all of them were right there, and he made some excellent moves to get 2 points each time.
You almost feel like the first team that gets 2, 3, 4 guys involved is the one that may be able to control this game, because so far it's been Landwehr and Rogers. Landwehr for Warrensburg and Rogers for the Wildcats. And it's a close game, 17-14. Kick it in the corner, Baldwin back out front. Sheridan spin it around for Long. Long did get hot there at the end of the quarter. Baldwin with it. Inside they're going to go. And a ball knocked around, but somehow Long comes out of there with it. A foul on the floor. Who are they going to call that one on? And I don't like those quick whistles like that in the paint when the ball's kind of bouncing around a little bit. Let somebody try to establish a little bit of control with the ball first. And Long's got it, dribbles to the wing, give and go to Sheridan, no good. And an offensive foul drawn by Brody Rogers, and it goes back the other way. So Brody with a little fire getting up there. So 7:33 to go here in the first half. Cats trail by 3, 17-14 our score. Jenkins with it, has it on the wing left side, tries a little give and go to Brody, but a little bit too much. Sheridan going to take it back the other way, cannot finish, and it's off for Jenkins. Jenkins pushes it for the Cats, has it right side wing, goes to the right elbow to the free throw line, back out for Filer. Filer thought about a 3, he drives, little floater, no. Rebound inside for Barry, and he puts it back the other way for the Tigers. Into the corner, Sheridan. Skip it over to Long, left side wing. Back out front for Baldwin. Baldwin in the corner now for Sheridan on the left side, or right side, sorry, right elbow. Kick it in the corner. Nappy thought about a 3, now going to skip it back out front for Long. Long's got it in the corner, right side. Sheridan, little 8-footer, no good. Rebound inside is good by Cooper Berry. Makes it 19-14. And 6:30 to go here in the first half. Cats down by 5. Jenkins brings it across the timeline. And inside they go, baseline for Rogers. He's going to drive the paint, put it up, put it in. Brody Rogers having a great first half. Make it 19-16. They just do not have an answer for Brody inside so far. Yet they still continue to lead. Barry's got it inside, back out front for Sheridan. Spin it around, Baldwin on the right side, back top of the key between the circles is Sheridan. He's going to go free throw line for Nappy, guarded by Knowles. Kick it in the corner. Inside for Nappy, no good. Rebound tipped around, but Nappy comes out of there with it. A scrum for it on the floor, and a jump ball going to go to the Cats. So Cats hustle play there, gets them the ball back. Landwehr and Key checking in. So Landwehr and Key check in here with 5:50 to go in the first half. Knowles set to pass it in. Full court pressure being applied by the Tigers. Now they fall back. And Baldwin guarding Norris. Norris has it up front, backs it back up. Trying to set up his offense. Little give and go to Filer, and Filer cannot hang on. They're going to go out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Cats. like it must have been tipped out of bounds by the Tigers, and the Cats will maintain possession with 5:36 to go. Inside they go for Rogers. Little hook shot, good. Brody Rogers, 19-18. Little baby hook right there from the big man inside. 3 ball the other way, no good. Cats have it and a chance to take their first lead of the ball game down 19-18. Inside Rogers, glass and good. Brody Rogers. And it's 20-19, and Warrensburg going to call the timeout. First lead change of the game we'll take. We'll leave it right here, actually. There's only a 30-second, and they're already in the timeout. So Brody Rogers having a solid game so far with 15 points.
15 of the 20. I mean, they don't have an answer for him right now. I'm sure that they're working on that right now. Probably at halftime, they'll work a lot harder on it. But
dare I say, the lane has been Mr. Rogers' neighborhood tonight. So, and I wonder if he heard, I said that, me and you were talking off air a little bit. I was like, Brody's kind of struggled the last couple of games. I know obviously being sick and stuff, maybe getting sick and in the process there, so he kind of struggled in a couple of games, and he is fired up and rolling tonight, and Mr. Rogers' neighborhood is that little section about 8 feet around in the paint right now. The Cats lead 20-19 over the state-ranked Warrensburg Tigers with 5 minutes to go in the first half. Reed's got it way out front. Now gets it off for Baldwin. Over to Key. Key's got it on the wing. Right side goes left side. Between the circles, it'll be Long. Long goes inside. Ball picked off and thrown away, though, by Rogers, but a scrum for it. And Norris able to come out of there with it. Get it over to Jenkins. Jenkins has it back to Norris. Over to Filer. Filer looking inside. Now he's going to have to get some help here. Rogers gives him the help in the corner. Brody Rogers with it in the corner. Back out front they go. Now to Knowles. Knowles has got it on the wing. He's going to dribble with it over for Norris. Norris outside, top of the key, going to drive elbow. Good give and go to Norris, or to Knowles, and Knowles cannot connect, and it goes back the other way. Cats up 1. Long with it out front. Backs it back up, and pretty sure Landwehr caught Norris with an elbow in the back of the head there. I don't think it was a purposeful elbow there. I think he just got it caught when he went across. And Norris going to come out here as Crowley going to come into the ball game. I'll tell you what, a bony elbow right on the top of your noggin can hurt. Not necessarily give you concussion or anything, it can just hurt. So Landwehr set to pass it in here. Goes back door, nowhere to go, and a foul going to be called on Reed trying to get to the bucket. And it'll be Cats ball. Warrensburg going to put a little pressure on the inbounds play as they've done a couple of times here in the ball game. Try to get it in, and he gets it in for Crowley. Crowley going to hand back to Filer now as the pressure drops off. 4 minutes to go, first half. Cats are leading 20-19 over the Tigers of Warrensburg. Jenkins getting in trouble with the dribble, gets it back underneath. No good this time. Rogers gets a second try, no good, and it goes back the other way. Kick it in the corner, no, and a reach-in foul going to be called on the Cats. I believe they called that one Jenkins. I like the aggressiveness of the Cats defensively, though, here tonight, Gary. They're very active in the throwing lanes and getting up on Warrensburg.
They've made it tough on Warrensburg tonight as far as getting off a good shot. I mean, occasionally they've gotten an easy shot off, but they've played excellent defense, I think, the entire first half.
So Baldwin with it out front between the circles, trying to set up this Warrensburg offense. Goes over to Long. Into the corner they go for Key. Key's got it in the corner left side, top of the key. Long goes to the free throw line with his dribble, backs it back out, trying to get it inside for Landwehr. Finally does. Landwehr's got it. He's going to be double teamed on the elbow, backs it back out, spin it over the other way into the corner. Key with it on the left side, goes left, blocks for Reed. Reed is all over the place, but able to get it to Landwehr, who knocks it in for 2, and it's 21-20 as Warrensburg regains the lead. 3:10 to go here, first half. Cats down 1. Jenkins with it out front. Kick it in the corner, Filer. Filer into the corner now. 4-3 is Knowles, no good. And over the back going to be called on Poison. It's going to come back the other way. It'll be a 1-and-1 situation for the Tigers, I believe. So Rogers going to come in. Knowles comes out. Like the hustle of Colby Knowles. Sometimes little quick on the trigger on some of his shots, though. And that one right there may have been a little bit ill-advised as you didn't work your offense quite enough. Long at the line for a 1-and-1. First one is good. It's a 22-20 ball game. So 3 minutes to go in the first half. Sheridan checks in for Baldwin. Long second free throw coming up. It is up. It is no good. Rogers with the rebound, and it's going to come back the other way. 22-20 our score. Into the corner they go. Underneath for Wilson, off for Crowley. Crowley, little floater in the paint. No, missed that one badly. May have been tipped. Back the other way goes. Sheridan has it. Back on the wing, back out front, spinning around for Long into the corner. And we got a whistle. Clock was not running. I heard everybody saying stuff, but I couldn't tell. I could hear Jerry down there, but didn't know what it was. And usually we have Coach Meeks down there running the clock, and I notice we have somebody different tonight. So, hey, I'm going to tell you right now, there's a lot of pressure when you run a clock. You always worry about it. Jerry, I know is ready. I run clock in the summer for Mercer a lot at the summer shootouts, and thankfully for me, it's a running clock most of the time. Up and under for Landwehr for two, and it's 24-20. Back to a 4-point Warrensburg lead. They've led by as many as 5. You go inside to Rogers. Rogers, little spinning floater, no. And a rebound, Landwehr, and it goes back the other way. Cats down 4 with 2:20 to go. Back out front, Landwehr, 3-ball, no. Rebound by Jenkins. He hits it and takes off running with it over to Rogers. Rogers goes, now a offensive foul called on Brody as Landwehr gets in front of him. And now, I'm not going to call that one on, I'll call the foul on Brody. It was a charge, but you got to give the assist on the foul right there to Wilson as he gave that ball to him a little bit too deep, and Brody had no choice but to run right into Landwehr. So 2:08 to go in the half, 24-20, Cats down 4. This is where you don't want Warrensburg to go on a little 7-8-0 run to finish this half and go into the locker room up 8 or 10 when you've played so well in this first half.
Yeah, so you want to keep it under 5, preferably 2 or 3, and if not tied up.
Right. So you don't want to let them go on a run, because if they could go on a little bit of a run here, you'd be in trouble going into halftime, as you've played pretty solid this entire first half. Key has it, kicks off for Sheridan. Sheridan going to spin it in the paint, put it up, and somehow gets it home. 26-20 the score. Sheridan knocks it in for 2, showing his athletic ability there. And it'll stay with the Cats with 1:43 to go in the half. 26-20 the score. Cats down 6. The ball in here is Knowles, gets it in. I'm going to call a hold on Jaden Wilson. I believe it's 2 on him.
Jaden Wilson at Harrisonville is second. 19 fouls and a half.
Sheridan and Wilson went battling each other in football, and here they are battling each other on the basketball floor as well. Scrum for it. Comes out of there with it. Somehow Sheridan comes out of there with it. 28-20 the score. Cats now down 8. Out front they have it. Jenkins with it. Little toss inside for Wilson. Back out to Jenkins. Jenkins kicks it into the corner. Foul going to be called on Warrensburg. I believe they're going to call that one on Key. So 1:10 to go here in the half. Cats down 8. Like to see them get a bucket here, 3 if possible, but a 2 they would take. And a blocking foul on Sheridan with 1:10 to go, and the clock didn't start again.
Sheridan of Warrensburg, his second. 6 foul in the half.
So 28-20 the score. Sheridan checks out. Get it off on the wing for Filer. Filer guarded by Long. Now he's got to get rid of it. Gets it to Poisel. Back out front for Knowles. 3 ball. Good. Colby Knowles. They'll take that one. Colby Knowles for 3. He's got a couple of them. And the Cats within 5. Reed's got it underneath. Gonna skip it way over, almost overthrows Key, but Key is able to get it back. Off on the wing. Back out front they go with it with 39 seconds to go, and travel going to be called. You gotta feel for Dummel there as he just got caught and then could not slow it down. Now this is huge for the Cats.
So that's what we needed, because some mistakes that we were making is what gave that separation of the score between Warrensburg and Harrisonville.
And don't settle for a 3 here. Look for a couple of points and go into the locker room down by 3. If you get a good look at a 3 and knock it down, that's great. But if not, don't force a 3 here. Try to get you a good look inside. They're going to call an offensive foul on Poisel, and I'm not going to agree with that call at all. Very, very rarely do I comment on stuff like that, but Jacob Poisel was not moving anywhere. That was a legal screen. Maybe a little bit of acting by the perpetrator, the person that did not get the foul called. Coach Mercer's not happy about it. And back the other way it goes, across the timeline. Inside they go, jumper, no good. But the putback by Landwehr is good, and we're going to go to the half, 30-23. Cats down 7. I'm not sure I missed what happened there, but I think somebody almost made it. But into the first half, 30-23. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back. Coach Mercer's still talking. We'll be back.
When you live in a small town, you need someone you can trust to buy a used car from. Steve Holland with Holland Auto Sales is that guy. Selling cars in Harrisonville for 35 years gains you that trust. Used car dealers can come and go, but not Steve. Holland Auto Sales, with 3 generations of Hollands graduating from Harrisonville, means he will be here for years to come. So go see the guy who the Grammer family trusts to buy from. Steve Holland with Holland Auto Sales on Commercial Street, just past Burger King.
Teammates on a football field are a must. That's why Cameron Chenoweth of American Family and Lacey Dominick of Shelter Insurance are teaming up to give you options in the insurance market. They know you have choices, and they want to work together like the Wildcat football team to make sure you have the best insurance coverage out there. To see what their team can do for you, call Cameron Chenoweth at 816-380-3996 and Lacey Dominick at 816-380-2700.
It's never too early to teach your little ones about finances and saving money. Sherwood Community Bank has plenty of options available for you to help kids save and learn how to manage money. Savings accounts can be started as soon as one is born to help teach them to save. Once they are behind the wheel, a checking account with free internet banking and a debit card could be there for them to manage their money. Sherwood Community Bank is there for the youngsters. Just ask Braxton.
Go see them at Sherwood's Bank. That's where my account is.
It's 6 p.m. and your family is discussing what to eat for dinner. We've all been there. Everyone wants something different. So make it simple. Go to Forged by Fire in Harrisonville for a little bit of everything. Salads for Mom, and a wide variety of them at that. The steak for Dad, a Boss Burger for your growing boy, and chicken strips for the little one. The next time you need a variety of food with extra options to satisfy everyone in the family, make the one stop to Forged by Fire in the Price Chopper Shopping Center on Commercial. You have choices when it comes to apparel and promotional gear for your business. Don't sacrifice quality for choice. Travis Thurston with T Screen Printing and Embroidery has all you could ask for. Local ability to screen print, embroider, and make vinyl decals, not to mention 50,000 promotional products at your fingertips with tscreenprinting.com. The next time your business or event needs apparel or a giveaway, stay local and turn to T Screen Printing and Embroidery, the pros who 4Ts trust to outfit them on Friday nights.
A strong starting lineup is a key to a great team. Insurance is no different, and Stafford & Stafford Insurance has the best lineup in town. With personal, commercial, health, life, farm, and crop insurance, they have you covered. 40-plus employees are there for you to find the best rates, walk you through claims, and make sure they are there for every step of the way. So if you're looking for a full-service insurance company with a strong starting lineup, go see the folks over at Stafford & Stafford Insurance on Commercial Street across from Holland Auto Sales.
What's one of the most important characteristics of a great team? They've got each other's back. Well, that's the motto that the team at Schroeder Chiropractic lives by. With 2 chiropractors, 3 therapists, and an amazing office staff, they've got your back. They'll take care of your aches and pains and have you feeling like new. But Schroeder Chiropractic has the community's back as well, actively involved with bright futures in Harrisonville youth sports. So next time you need to take care of those aches and pains, go see the team at Schroeder Chiropractic because they have Harrisonville's back. When it comes to fast service at a reasonable price, Young's Auto is your place. Whether it's a standard oil change, brake check, or something a little more major, Michelle and William with Young's Auto Repair will make sure you get back on the road quickly with a little change left in your pockets. So if you don't want to break the bank when your vehicle needs service, come to the shop that keeps you rolling down the highway. Young's Auto, right across the street from Young's Tire on South Commercial.
All right, 6 minutes on the clock at halftime here, and the Cats trail at 30-23. Solid first half for the Cats, except for that last 2-3 minutes, Gary.
Yeah, I mean, everything was going good until a few mistakes, a couple of questionable calls. I'm not gonna necessarily question the officiating, but I think things could have went a little bit different. Things go different. I think the score's a lot different than it is. Instead of 7 points, I think we're probably about 3 points.
Right, and that like 10 seconds left, the offensive char moving screens, what they wanted to call it, Jacob Poisel wasn't moving anywhere, and that really spun. It could have been like you said, about a 4-point swing because you score there. It's a 3-point lead going into halftime. Instead, 10 seconds, they turn it over the other way, and Warrensburg gets a tip in at the buzzer.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, it's a two-man show right now. Brody Rogers has got 15 of the 23 points for Harrisonville, and Luke Landwehr has 16 of the 30 points for the Tigers. So I'll go ahead and, while I've got it, I'll go ahead and go down the stats. I mean, there's only three Harrisonville players that have any points at all. I said Rogers has 15, Colvin Knowles has 6, and Jaden Wilson rounds that out with 2 for the Warrensburg Tigers. Landwehr was 16, Sheridan and Long both with 6, and then rounding out their scoring is Cooper Berry with 2 to make it 23-30. We scored 14, they scored 17 in the first. In the second, we only scored 9, and they scored 13. So each one of those, lends to a negative at halftime, and they're going to get the ball coming out, so they're also going to get the first possession. So we want to have a good defense at the very beginning to hopefully be able to cut that rather than let it grow bigger.
Well, it is 7 at half. We had 5 ties and a couple of lead changes in the first half of this one, so we'll see what happens. We've all had that one friend or family member. The one that has everything. No matter what gift you give them, they already have it. So why not put Doug and Christy Wheeldon their work for that picky family member, a unique handmade pin, key ring, or extra large crocheted blanket to keep warm this winter. So next time you need a one-of-a-kind item for that one-of-a-kind friend, look up DW Creations on Facebook and have Doug and Chris create the best gift ever. Why freeze in these brutal winter temperatures by parking outside and walking who knows how far to get your coffee? Go to Brew Daddy's, Harrisonville's only drive-through coffee shop. A wide assortment of coffees, lattes, hot chocolates, frappes, and more. There is sure to be something for the whole family. So next time you wake up and dread the cold and have to park and go get your coffee, remember you don't have to. Drive up, drive through, stay warm at Brew Daddy's, nestled between Commerce Bank and O'Reilly's on Commercial Street. Speaking of Brew Daddy's coffee, remember they also have now breakfast sandwiches available and burritos and some warm breakfast items. So go check out Brew Daddy's today. Looking for plans for romantic Valentine's dinner? The Cider House is hosting an amazing 5-course meal prepared by the couple chef, Matt and Sophia Chatfield. The couple will take you on a culinary journey to excite your taste buds. Dinner is this Saturday, the 16th of February. There will also be music on violin and guitar. Get your reservations booked today because seating is limited. Check out Cider House Facebook page or visit the website at ciderhouseevents.com. I'm going to tell you what, I was talking to one of the owners over at the Cider House, Jeannie Middaw, and we may have to do some trade next fall for some advertising and some good meals over there. They've got these 5-star dinners. They call them farm-to-table dinners in the fall. I would love to go. It'd be fun. She goes, maybe we can get the whole 4T's gang down there. That'd be a fun trip this fall to maybe make. So, Cider House, one of our great sponsors, Brew Daddy's, as well as DW Creations. We're about 2.5 minutes before second half action, Gary. You know, you just got to keep playing defense in the second half, not get into too much foul trouble, and give yourself an opportunity going into the fourth quarter.
Well, up until, again, the last 2 or 3 minutes, we didn't have anybody in foul trouble. We really don't have anybody, but we've got 3 people with 2, Brody Rogers, Jaden Wilson, and Jacob Poisel. And in the beginning of the broadcast, Jacob Poisel has 3. At the beginning of the broadcast, though, one thing I brought out was last game that we did, that wasn't the last game they played, but last game we did against Butler, Jenkins, Filer, and Knowles, really combined for most of the scoring. Knowles has 6 points. Jenkins and Filer have been shut out, and they've only combined for a total of 3 shots between them. All 3 of them missed, and so they need to get into this game to, I think, help the inside game, because I think everybody's going to be, because Brody has missed his last 3 shots, so I think they're shrinking in on the paint, and so if we start shooting better outside, it'll make the inside better.
And I'll tell you what, if I was Coach Mercer, all I would have done at halftime was I would have walked in the room, put on the whiteboard, finish, and walked right back out. They've got to learn to finish. They've got to learn to compete in the second half of games. This is that danger zone the Cats have gotten themselves into many times this year, making it a 5, 6, 7-point game, and that 7 turns into 15 or 20. You got to keep it close and give yourself a shot in the fourth quarter.
Okay, Todd, do you think he walked in, wrote finish, and that was it? I don't think so.
I absolutely know that's not what he did. I'm just saying. And hey, you know what? His parents are sitting at home watching this game, so maybe Sharon can give him that pointer for the next game. Sharon, if you're listening, you may tell him, hey, Don, I think you need to go in the locker room and put finish on the board. But nevertheless, I'm glad that they can watch these games as well. You know, you talked about Bryce Jenkins' grandfather watching. We know we got grandparents and stuff from all over. Curtis Norris, who used to be a custodian here, his grandson, Kobe Norris, playing. They live down in Arkansas, I believe, now, so he's able to watch the games as well. So nice to see all sorts of grandparents and people listening. 30-23 your score. We're underway in the second half. Right to the rim they go. Reed puts it up and in on the miss from Mackey, and it's 32-23, a 9-point lead. Cats, this is where they've really got to settle in here. Rogers goes underneath for Knowles. Knowles can't hold on to it, but gets the steal right back to Filer, who's cutting no good. Rogers puts it back no good. And Brody, who was hot in the first half, has missed his last 5 shots. 7:20 to go here in the third. 32-23 the score. Landwehr's got it on the wing. Back up between the circles, Mackey. Mackey trying to direct traffic here. They go inside, a little give and go to Long. Long going to back it back out. They're going to call a reach-in foul on Filer inside.
It'll be number 2 for him.
So Mackey to get it into the corner. Long, wide open three is good. 35-23, and just like that, Warrensburg out by 12. Norris into the corner, Jenkins, free throw line for Rogers. He's going to drive it to the hoop and put it in for 2. Make it 35-24. Rogers breaks that little mini slump streak he was on. They go inside for Reed. Reed trying to do something with it. Trying to back it back out front for Mackey. He's going to drive. He loses the handle of the kick ball. Should have been a kick ball by Warrensburg. There's no way you call a kick ball. Unbelievable if they... He literally kicked the ball himself. They call it. So does that mean they get to keep it because it's a kick ball on himself? I don't know. I've never seen that before.
You kick the ball, it goes to the other team, but at least that's what little I know about basketball.
So back out front they go. Mackey inside, kick in the corner for Long. Long going to dribble around, pressure, put it up, no good. And Reed with the rebound back out front. Landwehr. Landwehr back under to Reed, who's got it in for 2. And it's 37-24. Or sorry, 37-25. Back the other way, no good for the Cats. 12-point lead for the Tigers. Mackey's got it. He's going to drive in, kick off. Landwehr thought about a 3, dribbles into the corner into double team. Now Reed goes in, little hop step, and they're going to call him for the travel. And he goes back the other way. So with 5:45 to go here in the third, Cats down 12. Need a bucket and a stop and start getting into this 12-point deficit. Rogers, little up and under. Sweet move, Brody Rogers. 37-27. He went into his bag of tricks on that one, tried everything to get around Reed and does. Out front, Long, free throw line, Landwehr. Back to Long. He thought about a 3. He dribbles into the paint. Now off on the wing, Key. Key's got it. Back over for Mackey. Spinning around Long in the corner. He's going to drive baseline, and he's going to go up and in. 39-27. And there's where you see the 3-foul situation for the Cats. Not wanting to get a 4th. Back out front. Could be wrong on that, though. Could have been just 2. 3 ball, no good by Norris. And it's a 12-point lead. Reed back the other way. He puts it, and he walks. They call it a walk, but it could have been a foul as well on a push-off. So either way, a turnover. Back the other way it goes. Key checks out. Sheridan checks in. Poisel checks in. 4:43 to go. 39-27 the score. Norris brings it across the timeline. Back over on the wing, and Norris goes up and under, and a foul going to be called. Norris, you can tell his first year playing varsity competition. I'd like to see Kobe a little bit more passing it going on. He gets into those routines where he dribbles a little bit too much. 3 is good by Kobe Norris. 39-30 our score. Back to a 9-point lead. And an up and under by Landwehr is good. Makes it 41-30. Well, it was talking about Norris there. It was almost like he heard me. He's like, hey, he's criticizing me here. But just I would like to see him a little bit more passive when he gets into those dribble situations. Because what happens when you dribble too much, any coach will tell you, you're more prone to turnovers, and the Cats have turned it over a little bit. So 4:15 to go here in the third. Free throw is good by Landwehr. He knocks it down and one, and it's 42-30. So the Cats kind of just spinning in the mud here in the third quarter, down by 12 again.
And that was Jacob's fourth foul, just FYI, so that's the reason he stepped out.
So baseline jumper by Wilson is no good. Rebounded by Filer, though, over to Jenkins. Jenkins has got it, going to go back up top. Now gets it in the corner for Norris. Norris backs it back up now. Has it on the wing, goes top of the key. Back over for Wilson. Into the corner, Filer. Out of the corner to the wing. Good defense being played by Warrensburg here. And a little give and go, but a timeout was called. And Coach Mercer going to talk things over with 3:35. We'll take a timeout as well.
Salon 114 on the historic Harrisonville Square is happy to sponsor this year's Spirit Spotlight, which highlights a different Wildcat cheerleader who has excelled on the team each week. While the stylists at Salon 114 are extremely busy, they are excited to announce the addition of a full-spectrum infrared sauna. This new addition is available to anyone and comes with an array of health benefits. Sessions are available with flexible times and by the minute. That makes now the time to call at 816-651-3722.
All right, 3:35 to go here in the third. Cats down 12 in the basketball. Going to be their ball. Looks like on the far side, Jaden Wilson set to pass it in for the Cats.
Well, we've already been outscored 12-7 this half, or this quarter, so we need to do something.
42-30 is the score. Rogers directing traffic, a little give and go, a little bit too much on that one for Rogers, and Sheridan going to go back the other way. Got it to go. 44-30 the score, and Coach Mercer calls another timeout. We'll take another one as well.
The Trade Fair Mall isn't just an antique mall. It's several businesses in one. Need T-shirts for your team? A custom T-shirt shop on site has you covered. Speaking of covered, Harrisonville Trade Fair is Missouri's #1 seller in premier portable buildings to store all your outdoor equipment. Design your own or buy one in stock for as little as $100 down and no credit check. While you are custom designing your premier portable building, snack on some delightful cinnamon glazed pecans, cashews, and almonds from the Nutty Bavarian. You need it? They probably got it. Harrisonville's Trade Fair Mall across from Sutherland's.
3:17 to go here in the third quarter. Cats find themselves down 14. You know, this Warrensburg team reminds me of the Bolivar teams last several years, not the last couple of years, but prior to that when they went through their little real good run of 3 or 4 years where they Elite 8 and Final Four and even got second place. They don't come out and just blow you away with their size or athleticism or any of that. They just work you over, and they'll outscore you by 3 here, 4 there, 3 here. Next thing you know, you're down 15 or 20. Bolivar would do that to teams all the time, and Warrensburg's doing it to the Wildcats here. All of a sudden, they're up by 14, and they've only outscored them 3 and then 4 in the first half, and now here's 5 in the second half. Rogers gets it put back in his face. He goes inside, and a hand check foul called. With 3:02 to go here in the third. Cats, this is where, you know, you got to start winning segments of games, Gary. We talked about it against Pleasant Hill. You got to try to win this next 2 minutes and see where you're at. Crowley's got it out front between the circles. Goes over on the wing. Brings it back out. Between the circles with it is Jenkins. Over to Crowley, and it's stolen away. Mackey ahead to Sheridan. Sheridan glass and good. 4-2, and it's 46-30. And just like that, it's a 16-point game. Norris back the other way into the corner for Crowley. Back to Knowles to Crowley. Inside they go, and they're going to call that on Barry again.
Foul number 42, Cooper Barry of Warrensburg, his second.
2:33 to go. Into the corner, they got it. Baseline runner now off for Knowles, and it's stolen away. Mackey to Landwehr, knocked away. Good hustle play by Norris. They called a foul on Norris, and I'll just laugh. 2:24 to go, and I'll laugh for both sides because I've seen it both on both ends of the floor. You kind of raise your eyebrow a little bit. 47-30 the score. First one is good. One more to go here. So 47-30 the score. Second free throw coming. It is up, it is good, and it's 48-30. So Nappy checks back in. Baldwin in there guarding Norris, and Norris going to bring it across the timeline. Behind his back, he goes with his dribble, back out front with 2:15 to go. Cats down by 18, and Norris goes into the paint. Call it a Cooper. I like Cooper on that one right there because he literally knew he fouled. He was just trying to hold the guy up and was like, then he put his hand straight up in the air there. He's gotten three. He's gotten his money's worth here in this one, in this last couple of minutes. That one missed badly by Jenkins. Back the other way it goes. 48-30 the score. Double dribble on Mackey, and it goes back to the Cats. So 2 minutes to go here, third quarter. Cats with the lead. Cats trailing 48-30. I just turned and looked, and Jerry's looking at me like, what? Jenkins with it, three ball, no, rattles in, rattles out, and back the other way we go. And up and under, good for two, and it's 50-30. And down by 20 all of a sudden are the Wildcats here. Cooper Berry has picked up 4 fouls in the last 2.5 minutes.
Foul number 42, Cooper Berry of Warrensburg is scored. Fifth team foul.
And I'll tell you what, they've allowed him way too much talking to the officials. I've seen him 2 or 3 times. I think that's what Coach Mercer's saying there. They go inside, try to get it inside for Rogers, and they're going to call a foul on Brody, I believe. And Cooper Berry, that was in there, only a sophomore. Big kid, 6'5", and I would say about 215, 220. Played offensive line for the Tigers. His father was graduated with my friend Jason Leary. So there's a did you know for the night. And I believe his dad's name is Jerry Berry, if I'm remembering right, but I could be wrong. And Reed inside for 2 makes it 52-30. He's got 6 now, and the Cats all of a sudden, just like that, it's a 22-point game as Warrensburg has dominated here in this third quarter. And to the free throw line goes Brody Rogers.
All 5 fouls this quarter have been on the post guarding Brody.
I think Coach at halftime said you guys need to be a little more aggressive on Rogers, and they have been. That's the 5th foul, and the ball rolls in. I believe Brody is now up to 20 in the ball game. 52-31 the score. One more to go for Brody. 52-31 the score. Second free throw coming from Brody is good. He is perfect from the line, and it's 52-32. Up front they go over to the wing into the corner. Nappy with it. Give and go to Sheridan. Sheridan back to Nappy. Nappy's got a wide lane to the bucket. 4-2, 54-32. Nappy knocks it down. So back the other way we go. Across the timeline into the corner. 3 ball by Filer is no good. And it goes back the other way. Into the corner. Back out now to Reed. Free throw line into the paint. Nappy to Sheridan. Sheridan with 10. Little give and go. Good. 56-32 the score. And a 3. No. We go to the fourth. Cats down 24.
It's happened to all of us. Our printer out of ink and need an important document printed. In Harrisonville, that can spell disaster. Not any longer, though. Kaleidoscope Digital Services has you covered with inexpensive printing services. No more trips to the city just to get a copy made. And that's not all. Computer on the fritz, they'll take a look. Wi-Fi needed for workspace, and even starting a local gaming community plus new board games to try. Head up to the historic Harrisonville Square and check out Kaleidoscope Digital Services on the corner of Wall and Independence Street.
Why freeze in these brutal winter temperatures by parking outside and walking who knows how far to get your coffee? Go to Brew Daddy's, Harrisonville's only drive-through coffee shop. A wide assortment of coffees, lattes, hot chocolates, frappes, and more. There's sure to be something for the whole family, including that warm breakfast. So next time you wake up and dread the cold and have to park to go get your coffee, remember that you don't have to. Drive up, drive through, and stay warm at Brew Daddy's, nestled between Commerce Bank and O'Reilly's on Commercial Street. We get set for fourth quarter action. 56-32, Cats trail after 3. So we are set for second half action, or fourth quarter action, I should say. If we were playing college basketball, it would be second half action. So fourth quarter underway here. Cats down big in the fourth. We're going to need a rally here. 56-32. Cats are down here. Norris up top for Filer. Filer going to dribble it in. Doesn't like what he sees. Backs it back up. Now off for Norris. Norris gets his pocket picked, and it goes back the other way. Key drives in, kicks in the corner, back out for Nappy. Nappy going to spin. Nappy will shoot. He is fouled. He'll go to the line for a pair. With 7:33 to go here in the ball game, and the Cats down 24. First free throw is up and good. Make it 57-32. One more to go here. Second one is no good, and the Cats push it ahead. Filer's got it. Glass and good. 57-34. Back to within 23 are the Cats here with 7:20 to go. Baseline for Reed. Reed looking inside. He's going to drive on Rogers, around Rogers, and cannot knock it down, and he'll go to the free throw line. 7:15 to go.
That's 4 on Brody.
I'll pull. All right, I think we had a little technical difficulty. Cats down in this one. Brody Rogers weaves through traffic, cannot knock it down. Cats down 27. Warrensburg trying to salt this one away with 5:42 to go in the ball game. Nappy cannot knock it down, gets his own rebound though, puts it back up and rattles it home, make it 66-37. And back come the Cats down in this one. Jenkins has it out front over for Crowley. Crowley now back up front, tries to get rid of it to Wilson. Inside they're going to go for Poisel. And a little bit too much mustard on that one. Goes back the other way. Nappy is good. 68-37. And now Rogers has got it. He's going to go glass and good. 68-39. Brody Rogers now with 23 in the ball game. That one's taken away, and the Cats are going to push the other way. Good for Jenkins, 68-41. And I'd like to see more of that of Jenkins in the ball game. He does so well when he's aggressive, and I feel like he wasn't aggressive tonight. 68-41 inside. Cooper Berry knocks it in for two. Make it 70-41 with 4:15 to go. 29-point contest here. Try to get it in, and now a whistle and a foul as a host of Wildcats set to come into the ball game. Crowley will go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1 situation. Looking for plans for Valentine's? The Cider House is hosting an amazing 5-course meal prepared by the couple, Chef Matt and Sophia Chatfield. The couple will take you on a culinary journey. Excite your taste buds. The dinner's this Saturday, February 16th. There will be music by David Kamer on violin and Denny Dibbler on guitar. Get your reservations booked today. Seating is limited. Check out the Cider House Facebook page or visit the website, ciderhouseevents.com. Free throw was good, 70-42 the score. One more to go here for Crowley. It is good as well at 70-43. So Blixt, Riley, Tiemann, and Carruthers into the game to join Crowley out there. Spin the ball around into the corner. They go with it. Have to get our rosters out here for the Tigers. Pitzenbarger's in there along with...
Well, unfortunately, that's Cooper's last foul.
Cooper got his money's worth in the second half. 3:47 to go here in the ball game, and the Cats down 70-43. Crowley to bring it up for the Cats. Gets it off for Tiemann. He'll fire a three. No. Rebound inside for the Tigers. That was Tart. Back up. Have it in the lane. A little up and under. Tart puts it in for two. 72-43. So Tart scores for the Tigers. Back out front, it'll be Carruthers with it. Off for Tiemann. Tiemann looking inside, looking for his cutter. Now gets it off for Carruthers. Carruthers into the corner, Blix. Back up front for Riley. Riley to Blix. Blix has got it on the wing. Back out front for Tiemann. Spinning around the other way for Carruthers. Carruthers going to drive to the paint. He is fouled, and he will go for a 1-on-1 situation. You know, these younger guys in there, you got River Riley out there who's probably going to be your starting quarterback next year, who finished the year as the starting quarterback. Colin Carruthers out there on the football team, who was an outside linebacker at the end of the year for the Wildcats. So some of these names you've probably heard, and they're just sophomores. Got a lot of varsity football playing time. 2:40 to go here in the ball game. 72-43. Bucket is good. Make it 74-43. That was just Gosme. So the clock will roll here with a 31-point advantage for the Tigers. 74-43 the score. Free throw is off, out of bounds. It's going to go off of Carruthers, and it'll stay with the Tigers of Warrensburg as the clock rolls. So 2:10 to go here in the ball game. Throw it in out front for the Tigers. Spin it around on the wing. Back out front. Have it on the wing looking inside. Lofted inside. Ball is picked off. Back to the Cats. Riley into the corner. Carruthers. Over for Tiemann. He'll fire. He cannot connect. Rebound by the Tigers. Nimmo with it. He's going to dribble coast to coast for two, and it's 76-43. Back the other way. Riley from 18, no. Rebound Warrensburg. Back on the wing with it, the Tigers. They go inside. Tart is intended target. Jaden Wilson pokes it away with 1:06 to go. So the clock rolls here. Get it in on the wing over. Little up and under. Good. That was Domel. Three back the other way. 78-43 the score with 38 seconds to go. Kick it out. Three ball thought about. Spin it the other way. Nimmo inside out. Back around they go. So 22 seconds to go. Clock is rolling here. Probably going to be your final score. Nimmo holds on now, hands it back off. Kick it outside. Pitsenbarger's going to hold on to it. 5 seconds left in this one, and that'll do it. Cats fall 78-43. We'll be back to wrap things up.
No matter how many things you've had on the menu at Applebee's, everyone has their favorite. Whether it's an appetizer sampler, chicken fajita roll-up, or 3-cheese chicken penne with a side of buffalo sauce, you always go back to your favorite. At some point over the years, every Wildcat has had a meal at Applebee's. The next time you head to Applebee's in your Wildcat gear, mention the Wildcat Special and receive a 10% discount. Applebee's of Harrisonville on Rockhaven Road, catty corner to Quick Trip. When you want all the latest news about the Wildcats, turn to the South Cast Tribune. A large sports section, honor rolls, robotics, and even news and notes from all 6 Harrisonville campuses. They are sure to have you covered. They are happy to say the Wildcats are their hometown team. Find the Tribune around town at various establishments or get a subscription delivered right to your mailbox. Keep up with everything each week in the South Cast Tribune, Harrisonville's home news source.
Days shopping for home appliances and to save a few dollars. Instead, drive across town and see Erlene and her staff that's right here for your convenience. You can be in or out in a short amount of time with amazing service, a great product, and they always treat you like family. Located behind Hawthorne Bank on Plaza Drive, so spend all your extra time you saved cheering on the Wildcats, and remember, think Troby's first when you think of home appliances.
It's always a good idea at the time to have a birthday party at your house, then the party happens. You're too crammed, the mess after you're done, not able to visit with someone because you can't get to that person and chat. Well, next time you have a gathering to plan, whether it's a birthday party, anniversary, bridal or baby shower, graduation party, holiday party, give Sonia at the Dickey Cottage a call. Large area to sit, eat, and visit, space to lay out all the food, and a big living room area for the guys to watch sports. Take the work out of the party, relax, and finally enjoy your party at the Dickey Cottage, the venue place.
All right, welcome back. Wildcats fall 78-43, and if you had tuned in the first half and was like, oh, I need to check out how the game finished up, you would have thought you watched two separate basketball games as the Cats got in trouble in the second half and ended up getting outscored in the second half by a 48-20 count in that second half, and that was really a difference in the ball game as they fall 78-43. a first half that saw 5 ties and 2 lead changes. We talked about it, touched on in the pregame show, Gary. Finish. You got to finish. It's something the Cats have struggled with. They've hung around for a half or almost 3 quarters, and then sometimes the wheels seem to fall off there. It's almost like they press a little bit too hard when they get behind by 6 or 8, and they allow that 6 or 8 to become 15 real fast.
So I know Warrensburg's good. I'm not going to take anything away from them. And I know we're young and we're still trying, and we've got a lot of injuries and all that kind of stuff. You said during the ball game, sometimes you got to win, portions of the game, and maybe we could have went back to that. I don't know, but Warrensburg is ranked, state ranked. There's a reason why. We saw it tonight, and so hats off to them.
Absolutely, a great game by them, especially second half as they dominated the Wildcats. Don't think Coach Nimmo was probably too happy with the Tigers in the locker room at the half. But, it's one of those things, though, we talk about the injuries and we talk about that. And if I'm going to play devil's advocate a little bit here, what I would say is it's time for those guys, they're not freshmen anymore. They're not fresh into varsity games. They're getting into their 15th, 20th game action now, where they've got to kind of dig deep and find themselves and figure out where they're going forward, because you're going to be with this group again next year. I mean, they lose Jaden Wilson, and that's it. Everybody else is coming back. A lot of sophomores in there, and a lot of juniors. I mean, a solid junior class. So you've got to figure out, what works right, what doesn't work, and we'll see going forward. Like you said, I would love to be able to research. I'd love to get all of Coach Mercer's books. If I had the time to do this, I got a 4 and a 2-year-old, so this would never happen. But take all the books, varsity books from the last 13 years, and go through and add up their record when the Wildcats are three double-digit scores, like what their record is. I would venture to guess they probably win 75% of those.
Well, and you should. I mean, if you got 3 in double figures, I mean, that's saying that the ball's spread out and a lot of people are scoring. So you should win, and that's what you want to see happen. You don't want to see all this as one.
Coach Mercer making his way up here as well, so we will chat with him for a minute, and then I'll be back on to wrap things up with Gary, as Gary's retired, but we'll talk about that when he gets back on, because, hey, he's not I'm going to be something to talk about myself. So Coach Mercer comes up here and chat with us here. Final score again, 78-43 tonight. Cats fall to the Tigers. Coach, good first half from your guys. Fought tough in the first half. Looked like Warrensburg came out a little bit more aggressive in the second half. He got behind there, and then you know how it goes. Anytime you're playing catch up late in the ball game, it can get hard and get away from you quickly.
Yeah, the pace was where we wanted the first half. I was really pleased first half. And like I say, we hit a shot and had it to 9 with about 4 minutes in the third quarter, and we told them we wanted to get it the fourth quarter under 10, and like I say, it got away from us. But we just got to learn to play 32 minutes, but I couldn't ask much more in the first half. Second half, give them credit. They've got a nice club, and you knew they were going to make a run. The problem is it can't be a 24-2 or 24-4, and that's what happened to us the first time we played them too. So, live and learn, and we'll just keep working.
Well, we talked about it. You got a lot of guys first-year action on the varsity level, and we talked before the game. I said one of the things you guys got to do is work on the finish. You said at 32 full minutes, and I was joking with Gary. I said at halftime, I said, if I was Coach Mercer, I'd just walk into that locker room, put finish up on the whiteboard, and walk back out.
Well, if it were that easy, maybe we'll try that maybe next game. But I will say this, and I told our kids, and nothing from what you said there, but we're not a young team anymore. We're playing juniors and one sophomore, and they've played 18 games, 19 games now. So the young thing can go out the window. We've got some experience now. We just got to learn to get through everything, like I say. And I may try the finish because, like I say, whatever I've told them the last two halves, last night and tonight, certainly didn't work.
Well, and, it's almost like you heard our post game because we were just talking about that. I said, you got to throw that young out the door after a while where they got to learn to finish. And I said at halftime jokingly, I said, Well, I know Sharon's at home listening to this. I said maybe we'll get her to talk to Coach Mercer. Hey. But hey, we talked about it anyway on the post game. But nevertheless, they're fighting. You had bright spots tonight. Brody Rogers with 20 plus fought hard against two kids that he gave up 4 and 5 inches to. He fouled Cooper Berry out in a little over 2 minutes there in the third quarter. So
yeah, like
they're definitely bright spots.
We're working hard, like I say. We just got to learn to finish, and we've got to get past this mindset, as you said, that we're young anymore. We're not young anymore. If we were playing freshmen and sophomores, I'd give them that. Like I say, we've got to learn to put 32 minutes together. I mean, you go back our last 5 or 6 games. Clever, Oak Grove, Pleasant Hill, last night, tonight. I mean, we played stretches where we played really good basketball, and for whatever reason, I mean, at least now we're playing halves as opposed to quarters, but we've got to get to the end of that third quarter and get to the fourth quarter and just keep competing. But like I said, I'm proud of our guys. I'm proud of our JV guys. They got beat by 35 last time they played that group and had a shot at the buzzer to win it. Freshmen got beat by 30-some first time, played them to 9. So we're showing improvement. I'm proud of our guys. They're working hard, and they will continue to work hard.
Well, Coach, it's been fun so far. You've had some good games. You've had the growing games, but nevertheless, games like this help you in the future.
Well, they have to. I mean, that's a good team, and they're state ranked for a reason. We've got another good team coming in Friday night. I mean, nobody's going to feel sorry for us. That's what I told our kids. I said, you got to keep battling, and we just got to try to get it in the third quarter and see if we can get in the game in the fourth quarter and see what happens.
Well, Coach, thanks for coming up
guys.
and joining us. Final score again, 78-43, as Gary will join me here to wrap things up. Always appreciate Coach coming up and talking to us, and good to be a little bit lighthearted. We were talking about some of the things we talked about. He jokingly said, hey, we better try that. And so fun to have that, but again, final score, And I like that he hit on something we hit on as well. Is they're not young anymore. We got to throw that out the window. That was literally a minute and a half before he came on. We said the exact same thing. So good to see that everybody is on the same page there. Again, you just got to live and learn and build, and hopefully they'll get the game in on Friday night. It looks like they're calling for several inches of snow, and I don't really care because Meemaw and people are coming down. Brenda's going to be over for the next couple of days watching my kids, and I'm going to be in the Dominican Republic.
Well, I'm going to be here Friday night because I'm going to throw a shout-out to my wife. My wife is going to be recognized for the Harrisonville Distinguished Wall of Fame, and so I'm very proud of her for the career that she had with the Sheriff's Office and in law enforcement, many years, over 30 years in law enforcement. And so I am going to be here on Thursday, obviously not up here, but here down with the family and with her, and congratulations for her. So I'm really excited for her to be able to get that. Hopefully they'll be able to get the game in because I want to be able to see her to be able to be recognized. So I'm excited about that.
Absolutely. Congratulations to her. You guys, we can't thank you enough for everything you guys have done over the last 30-plus years being Leos and protecting us so we can all have the fun that we do have. And I know that you're going to spend some time with family over the next several weeks. You're going to be a family man and be a retired family man. So, hey, have fun doing that. We always like you up here in the box with us, but, family comes first. And we're going to enjoy – I'm going to enjoy my trip the next couple of days. And I was looking at the weather. It's going to be 83 during the day, 74 at night. I'll take that till Sunday and have some fun with that. Thanks to Jerry's wife, Brenda, who watches our kids all the time. She'll be here for a couple of days, and then Meemaw and Peepaw come down for the rest of the time to hang out with our kids here at home, and we get to enjoy. Shout out to Casey Hart, who's getting married in the Dominican Republic. That's what we're going down there for. Known him since he was, a little one. So good to be able to go down and enjoy that with them and their family. So your final score tonight is 78-43. Gary, it's been fun this year. Football cannot come quick enough for us next year to get rolling again. For Ron, making faces back there behind the camera, trying to make me laugh. For Santa Claus, Mr. Jerry Forschler. For Gary Davidson, I'm Chad Grammer saying good night from Harrisonville. We'll see you next Tuesday night at home against Pleasant Hill.